What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with some God of War. Sorry about that laugh. Right before I turn on my commentary, Atreus asks Kratos, he's like, hey, do you ever fear that do you ever wonder if you're doing the right thing? And Kratos' answer, no. No. Oh, okay. I just love that answer. He's like, oh, do you ever wonder, are you not doing the right thing? No. I'm right, kid. Which, I gotta say, I respect that that energy from Kratos, that opinion. You know what?
The mining rig's disabled. It seems a bit fresher out here.
Not seems. Is.
You're right.
What is this?
A Loonbocker. I captured it many years ago.
For Odin.
Yes. I thought it an imaginative and eye-catching way to earn his favor.
It worked.
That it did.
But no, I mean, I like that response from Kratos.
Aye.
But why?
Because I was young and stupid. And I didn't know what it was like to be chained in one place for years at a time, with nothing to occupy your mind but pain.
You know, I mean, it's just such a Kratos answer. It's like, do you ever question, are you doing the right thing? No. I make my decision, I act, and, I deal, you kind of deal with the consequences. I understand that way of thinking. Awesome. Okay, can't get through there. So we're gonna head this way. Never mind. Initially I had other stuff planned for today. I was gonna play other games. But man, I want to play more of this. This game is totally gripped me. I wanted to get back into God of War, so that's what we're doing today. I'll get back to my upload schedule from where I left off tomorrow, but yeah, right now I really just want to play this. I think I saw on Twitter, it was either this morning or yesterday, people were asking, it's like, oh, what's... Well, I want to circle the thing, see if there's another landing spot. But, people asking the question, is, game of the year choice, and really, from what it looks like, it's down to this game or Elden Ring. Which I gotta say, I totally get why Elden Ring...
So not all dwarves can do that thing Brock and Sindri do, right? Where they just walk between realms and turn up somewhere else?
Indeed, that's a rare skill. I gather one carefully cultivated by some secretive dwarven guild or other. Probably for the best. Them alone doing it is disconcerting enough.
But yeah, this game is kind of up there with Elden Ring as a lot of people's game of the year, which I get. I know Elden Ring was super popular. I mean, it's another takes the FromSoft equation and just brings it to an open world and everything. I know so many people loved it. I'll always say, man, it's just not for me. I respect it though.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything with that yet.
I'm still mad about something. My brain is just broken. I'm still a little mad about Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, though, winning in 2019. I believe that was when Sekiro won.
Okay. Maybe there's another way up?
Is there a way up this thing? It does not appear so.
Amir, what do you think it means? Seen more raiders come back as Hellwalkers lately. I thought freeing the Valkyrie Queen was supposed to restore balance to the realms and keep that from happening.
That's a good question, lad. And a troubling one. If Hell's filled up again, it suggests that something's been hindering Sigrun's efforts. Or perhaps something even more urgent is keeping her distracted and unable to visit. Even occasionally.
Yeah. Sorry, Mimir.
I'm trying to think. Did I finish that in the God of War LP? I can't remember if I actually beat the Valkyrie Queen. I know I beat all the Valkyries. I got to the Queen. I just can't remember if I ever beat her. I want to say I did, but I might be wrong. No, I didn't know that there was a, apparently there was a controversy in this game a while back. I have been, there we go. I totally missed that pot to blow that up. There we go. Cool.
Right. We chained the fins too. If you could... Easy. Easy.
That creature's hurting.
But we're going to free it.
But it will always be chained. You know that as well as I.
Now for the other fin. There may be a way to reach it behind that collapsed debris.
Ooh, Kratos is a little mad, and the whole thing about chains kind of brings up some bad memories for him. Rightfully so, I mean.
You're angry with me, aren't you, brother?
I remember the feeling of a yoke around my neck. I would not wish it upon another.
Yeah, like we're saying, apparently there was some controversy well before the game was released. You know, I made mention of this before, that I never really... oh, wait, let's read this real quick. When making your initial strike, use an axe, not a pick. You use a pick, you go too deep and get red flow. You get red flow, somebody has to clean it up. Pre-dawn remains are the best time to harvest. Grogginess and disorientation are still a major factor before the sun comes up, so the chance of accidents becomes much lower. 3, always wear earplugs. So apparently before the game launched, you know, when, oh my god, why am I blanking on the developer? Is it Sony Santa Monica, isn't it? Either way. When they were releasing art for the different characters and their designs and everything, when they released Thor's, apparently people had a lot of issues with the way Thor looked. I love Thor's design in this game. You know, when I saw him, you know, the big... I mean, if anything, I thought the thing that surprised me most about Thor wasn't even really the look. I was like, yeah, I could totally see, you know, the god of thunder, you know, what I know of Norse mythology and everything. You know, he's also not a god of excess, but he, you know, he's a man who drinks, fights, eats. You know, that's very
Why
that's kind of...
creature?
Its fat was a good source of oil for Odin's lanterns.
Oil for lanterns.
Whatever anger you're feeling, whatever loathing toward me, it's nothing to what I've said to myself.
This is really cool seeing Kratos actually have that level of empathy, you know, seeing himself in this creature. So yeah, I mean, I love Thor's design. I mean, I absolutely love it. You know, this guy on YouTube I watch, I can't remember his name. You know, it does a lot of mythology stuff. Oh, I totally missed that shot. You know,
Just the tail left.
kind of talked about it. You know, he's like, really, it you know, for the stories and everything, you know, like a lot of people I think were expecting something kind of like very marbly. You know, where he'd be chiseled and... You know, where he'd be chiseled and...
The nest was hiding some sort of...
look like a... You know, look like a model or something. And the guy brings up a good point. I mean, really, look at strongman competitions. You know, the kind of body types you see are guys like Thor. You know, they're usually a lot bigger. They don't have abs or anything. You know, they're extremely powerful, but they don't usually have abs. They don't have...
Perhaps we could do something about that from up here.
You know, it's usually a lot rounder of a physique. Look at sumo wrestlers have a similar thing. You know, they're very large and everything, but there's so much muscle packed into that pure size.
Maybe that doctor...
So yeah, I mean...
the tail. Let's get back to the boat.
So yeah, I mean, I absolutely love Kratos' design in this game.
Spoke with this creature.
Does that surprise you? That an old man would be ashamed of the mistakes he's made?
No.
Supposedly there's another character who in mythology is Loki's wife. I'm not sure what they're going to do with her. There's like a whole thing of like a race swap with the character, you know, like she's darker complected. You know, and well, this is Norse. Everybody, you know, people are like, well, why is this, that, the other thing? You know, the guy I was listening to, I mean, I think he made a good point that, you know, I mean, she's a Jotun, so it could, you know, it makes sense that maybe she's not like the pure white Seer.
I'd hoped the creature would be longing.
Kind of like how Brock is blue and all that stuff. Okay.
Apparently the Aesir couldn't even be bothered to mercy kill it once it was no longer useful.
We could kill it.
No. Not when we can save it.
I sit here and go, is it probably a quote-unquote race swap, you know?
You can reach the tail from this dog.
When the people coming up with the myths were you know, I say designing the myths like you're designing a video game, but again, when people envisioned the character in the myths,
I know what it is.
were they probably white? I'm probably sure.
Can't just leave.
At the end of the day, I get what they were doing. It was a move for diversity and development, yada, yada, yada. This is a game for happiness, even though it's God of War and it's a lot of yelling and breaking shit. But again, it's one of those things that, look, I get what the developers were doing. Am I a fan of when developers do it? No, but you know what? As long as they're doing it, you know.
Behind you, father!
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait till I see the character, and I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be important what skin color or whatever the character is. So it's one of those things. Do I know why? You know, can I guess why they did it? Yeah, sure. Although I've always said this, it's one of my least favorite. With the trends we see in gaming nowadays, you know, it's always. I hate the fact that you make me question whenever I see a character, a non-white character, shall we say, in a game. I always have to question now. Did you do it because that was your, you know, envisioned character, or are you doing it to check boxes and?
Watch your right!
You know, and I'm sure then people would say, oh, no, well, I mean, yes, we envisioned her this way so we could, you know, so we could send a message and we could get more non-white faces on screens. And I'm like, okay, so you're still doing it as a prompt or as a statement. It's not just, you know, that's how you envision. There's, you know, a political moment thing to it. I don't know. It just... As I always say, look, if I can just look at it and roll my eyes and ignore it, whatever. It doesn't get a pass from me, but I just go, you know what? I got more. There are games that are pissing me off more. Kind of like Plague Tale Requiem. Go check out that LP if you want to see me really scream about about affirmative action in games. Oh my god, that one is pissing me off. Oh, that was cool. Anything else?
His tail must be chained as well. Sliding down that rope should take us where we need to go. There! You're free!
If I knew the movie better, I'd make a Free Willy reference.
What's going on? Maybe it needs a little encouragement. Can you get me closer to its eye for a face-to-face, brother?
Ooh, we have a new shield. Grant a rage burst when parrying. Ooh, that's nice. Hey, look, our boat magically transported over here. Isn't that nice?
This creature, the mining rigs, they're mistakes, Mimir. But it's Odin's fault.
That's not an excuse, little one. But thank you for saying it.
There is something I want to do before we go talk to the giant whale monster. I don't know how to pronounce its name. Was it a Langbrak or something like that? Sounds like a Dr. Seuss character. You know, while I was talking about, you know, like weird mythology stuff that I've seen on YouTube, I think I caught another short, and the person was talking about Kratos in mythology, and I was very surprised. I thought Kratos was a creation. Like I was always under the impression that Kratos was a creation for the God of War video game franchise. I did not know that Kratos himself was an actual mythological figure in Greece mythology. It's one of those the more you know sort of things. And that's why I came up here. I love how the boat just moves with us. I mean, I understand kind of like that zip line that we took to free the whale's tail. That sentence for some reason sounds wrong in my head. I understand that the boat would have to be teleported so that we could move.
What's the deal with Odin's ravens? They can just transport him anywhere?
Except for the realm between realms, thankfully.
Why?
Harder to find, thanks to dwarven enchantments and Yggdrasil's very own nature.
Lucky us.
No, essentially what I'm saying is I understand there are times that the boat's gonna just magically teleport, but sometimes I think it
Come on,
shouldn't.
you great blubbering beast! Shoo! It's not moving. Why is it not moving?
It has grown accustomed to its chains.
But no, we can fix this. We just need to chase it off, scare it, something.
There is no making things right. Only better than they were.
It likes the wind blowing on its face. I can feel it.
May you provide some comfort.
That's not enough.
It seldom is.
You just push off the whale using his oar. You know, that was really cool, and that's a nice little side story for this game. I don't think the first one had enough of those side missions that turned into these like really cool like narrative quests. I mean, there were a few, but I hope to see more in this game. It appears that Mimir has enacted many cruelties here in Svartalfheim. None more reprehensible than chaining this creature and harvesting its fat for oil. To perform an act so heartless and to put it out of one's mind, to never speak of it. It reminds me of a boat captain I wronged. The boat captain I wronged long ago. He too was robbed of his freedom and suffered because of who I was and the choices I made. Perhaps there is a measure of monster inside us all. Wasn't that a running theme in the Greek saga? Where Kratos kept coming across that boat captain and just, like, even his ghost in hell and just kept fucking with him.
You mentioned Odin's ravens. What's to stop him from using them to pop into existence and kidnap anybody he wants?
Consent. The only way to travel by Odin's ravens is by your own choice.
Oh, it's not so bad then.
Well, he's a manipulative bastard. Kind of like the deal he offered you. I mean, yeah, maybe he's, he'll offer you a deal of like, well, I mean, you could stay where you are, or you could come with me, and I don't kill your family. A little fucked up, but it's very Odin-y. Which I'll keep saying, man. I for as much as I love Thor's design, which I really did, I thought it was cool. The Odin design, or not even really the character, like the visual concept, which is fine. I thought I kind of liked it how he wasn't a big mountain of muscle. He was, like even Zeus was pretty ripped in the Greek saga. No, he seems kind of more of just a kind of a friendly old man, and then you start seeing his mind and how he uses that to trick people and manipulate, and just the way he talked, and the performance was so well done. That opening sequence, I really hope we get to see. I keep saying this. I really, really hope we get to see more Odin. He was super, super cool. Okay, now we can come across this way. End up here. And that won't help us. Trying to... Ah, there we go. Trying to find more ways to move about the whale. The sign says Whale World. No, it says Wahale World. What the hell is a Wahale? It's like a chalupa, but it has whale in it. I'm sorry. I'll let you guys into the craziness that is my own mind. That's a reference to
lyricism from the mind of Kvasir.
that was a Whitest Kids You Know sketch where a kid goes to school, says he taught a whale how to jump out of its own tail, and the teacher calls bullshit. So a whole sketch. They end up in Mexico at Whale World. It's like, oh, you misread it. Wahale World. It's a whole thing. Look up the whale tail sketch. It's pretty funny. Let's see here. A dramatic poem by Kvasir, he of undespited brilliance. What is to live, what is to die, is the only difference in the beholder's eye. When disease rots your body, when hate sours your brain, what separates the mad and the sane? For the bearded cruel father and his surrogate daughter shall never know respite from a life full of slaughter. The evil will die along with the good, and the difference between them grows less understood. God damn it, I like these poems. Alright, I think that is everything we can find here with our whale friend. And I am going... thinking here. I'm going to make a cut here because we've completed all the little side missions around here and everything. So now we can head back.
What was Spartan training like?
Unforgiving.
Is that why you didn't train me like one?
So I want to look at something. Like, I have completed all the... Find multiple hymns, second C, Draugr holes, kill... okay, yeah. So that's just a symbol saying I can land there. Not that there's a quest.
I did not think you should have had to.
Thanks.
No, as I was saying, seeing that we're around 30 minutes, so I think that can be a self-contained episode, you know. And we will hop back into the main plot in the next video when we keep doing what we're doing here in Svartalfheim. So thanks for watching, guys. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I also want to take a break so I can go eat lunch. I just suddenly got really hungry. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later today. I'm out.